is up, YouTube and Kliqpod Nation? As always, thank you for joining me, your boy JG. We're here for another Tuesday night SmackDown review. With that being said, I can promise you guys, I'm not snapping tonight. We got answers filled. Tonight's show is decent. And I'm telling you, man, that 2 hour format really does help. I really do appreciate the 2 hour format. Just makes the show flow so much faster. And if there is ever a slow point, you realize, like, it's so compacted. You're going to have something, you should have something happening very soon, which is going to give you a little bit of excitement, everything like that. Tonight, it was good. I enjoyed it. With that being said, we found out a lot of things, man. I got to say, I need Becky to win this title. This Becky is absolutely amazing. The funniest part of tonight, man, is trying to perceive a heel persona, but the crowd just being so loud and so intent in supporting you, you have to pause so you don't, like, have emotional reactions or break character possibly. I thought that was pretty hilarious, man. I thought it was pretty good. Way to go, crowd. Way to put it behind Becky tonight. You guys did an absolutely phenomenal job. Very proud of what you guys did tonight, man. With that being said, we do not have a long intro. I want to get into this body so we can get this review cracking. But with that being said, we got to kick the intro. Let's go. As always, thank you for sitting through the intro and spending your time with me, your boy JG. I can't tell you guys how much I truly appreciate you guys. You guys are the absolute best. So please, as always, leave comments, like, subscribe, say whatever you want to say. That's what this is about. It's your wrestling channel as well as ours. But with that being said, man, yeah, tonight's show, I'm not going to say it was really good. I guess that was an overstatement in the intro. It was decent. We got questions answered. Like I said, the 2 hours helps so much, man. When you put that third hour, unless your program is fired, nah, man. But we don't want to digress and sit there and just bring back the nonsense that we were talking about last night. With that being said, man, I thought SmackDown kicked off perfectly. We get the Miz and Maurice come down to the ring. Might I say, man, Miz is always looking so damn sharp. But they come down to the ring, and the first thing I notice is the Miz looks so sad, and I'm like, why are you so sad, brother? And he says, it's with a heavy heart and with the utmost sadness that he has to announce his retirement from wrestling Daniel Bryan ever again. And if you guys follow the reviews, I was saying, man, I said you shouldn't even let him wrestle. But with that being said, he's got the dub over Daniel, and it's looking like they're not going to wrestle for a while. So Daniel's going to have to really earn this opportunity back. This is what we wanted, man. This is where I think they put a little more thought and effort into SmackDown than they do Raw. Absolutely loved it, man. Miz goes on a rant, a little tirade, talking about how he has the hardest punch in the company. We find out tonight that it was actually the brass knuckles. I mean, we knew it was a foreign object. I just didn't know for sure it was the brass knuckles. I wasn't sure if it was that or just like a fist pack. But we found out tonight that it was the brass knuckles, which wasn't a bad thing, man. We needed to know what's going down. I like the way, like I said, I like the way they did this. Daniel comes out. This is the nitpick in tonight's show. So Daniel comes out, and I love the way Daniel comes out. All he's yelling is coward, coward, coward. You are a coward for what you did last night. And Miz is literally acting like a coward. Goes and hides behind Maurice. Maurice steps in to fight her husband's battle. and tells Daniel, shut up. Just go home. Out comes Bella. Guys, what the shit, dude? Oh my god. I know a lot of you guys out there love the Bella, but there's a lot of you that don't and not realize the Bellas represent the Divas era. We're in a new time. A new time. Why are we seeing her back on the show? Please remove her as quick as possible. And the shittiest thing is, I know she's going to be at Evolution. From what I hear, the rumor, she might have a big match with Ronda Rousey. How shitty would that be? I already think it's a waste that at Hell in a Cell we got to see an intergender match between these two couples. What is up with all the husband-wife nonsense in the WWE nowadays? Can somebody tell me this? Can somebody tell me a time when we had this many open couples battling? And for those of you wondering, like, what open couples? Okay, so you got Bella and Brian. Well, Bella dash Brian. I don't know what the hell if they're same last name or what. Then to top that off, man, you got Maurice and The Miz. That one I'm fine with. They got a show. There's not really a way around. Then, to continue on to that, you got Rusev and Lana, who seem to be in this lifelong feud with CN and Zelina, like they're freaking married or something. So, I loved the way everything was going up till this point. And then we see Bella run out. Maurice gets out of the ring. Bella starts beating up on The Miz. What's he supposed to do? Lay hands on her? Yeah, that's going to go over real well. Like, I don't want Bella involved, man. Maurice, I get it. They go hand in hand together. When I think Daniel, I don't think his wife. WWE is literally trying with every opportunity to throw the Bellas in our face, remind us of who they were, and that they're going to be at Evolution. And that's what sucks, man. That's what really sucks, dude. Because I don't understand it. I don't get it. The Bellas were never a huge thing. I've never heard one of my friends sit there and say, the Bellas are the supreme women wrestlers. They evolved the women. No, I didn't hear none of that crap, man. You got your Beth Phoenix, your Litas, your freaking Natalya, man. If you want to be honest, Natalya pretty much started this revolution. If you want to be flat out honest. To be honest with you, man, I hate to talk about Monday Night Raw and a Tuesday Night SmackDown review, but that's where Ronda Rousey's story should be. She should be the one who's breaking up with her friend. I would love to see her and Natalya. It's going to be more believable than her and Bella. Either one. Why are they coming? Why is Trish Stratus wrestling? I'm not. I want to be very specific with this. I love the old school. Most times, you can catch me actually watching like old school WCW shows, old school Raw shows, the War versus Raw and WCW. With that being said, I love me some new school shit. Love it. Love NXT. Love specific wrestlers in the WWE. Just don't think they're booked correctly. But what I also love is when they don't mix the two. Unless there's a really, really good reason. Perfect example, Evolution. Not the pay-per-view, the stable. Randy Orton, Batista, Ric Flair, Triple H. It made total sense to me. You have You have generations of wrestlers there. That's a stable. Honestly, in my opinion, that's one of the best kind of stables you can have. Because there's so much veteran leadership. Yes, Triple H ran it, but his right-hand man is one of the greatest heels of all time, been in the game forever. Randy Orton and Batista were the young bloods. They were trying to, train, trying to build up. Loved it. Thought it was a great stable. That's a time that you should mix the old school with the new school. Maybe a throwback match. But for it to be a woman's very first ever pay-per-view, and right now, the height of women's wrestling is at an all-time high, with all the talent out there, which we see year in and, well, the last few years in the Mae Young Classic, which is absolutely amazing. Why aren't those women going to be showcased more? Why don't you make this very first special event a global phenomenon where you have women from all over the world in this, where you just boom, and then you can also get fans to tell you pretty much who they want you to bring in next. I mean, we already have an idea. Fans already do this anyways. We're not idiots. We watch other shit. YouTube is fantastic for videos. I mean, let's be honest. It's just disappointing that so many amazing women, and instead you're bringing back nonsense. Yes, we can separate Trish from the Bellas, but still, when I see Trish, I still feel dirty because it reminds me of that era, and I'm not one of these guys. It's like, oh no, that was horrible. And, I was a teenage boy. A lot of it I appreciated, let's be honest. But with that being said, there was some absurd things that I seen that were just ridiculous. And sometimes it's just best to keep things the way they were. Like Trish Stratus, the Bellas. How good has wrestling been without the Bellas? Within 3 days, we have had 3 non-stop days of Bella in a row. You guys realize this? So, what's your guys' opinion? You guys excited about seeing the Bellas back? Obviously, I'm not. You can tell. It's just a waste. So, Miz at this point finds Paige, says this is absurd pretty much. This is absurd. He has to wrestle Daniel. They have to have the intergender match. Or sorry. No, that this is absurd, that she's the worst GM. She says the match will stay, the intergender Hell in a Cell match. And it'll be awesome. Way to throw it back in his face, Paige. Honestly, like I say, man, I think Paige is doing a terrific job. I enjoy Paige more as a GM than I do Kurt Angle. There's no biasness nonsense with Paige, man. It's literally, if it looks good to the crowd and the crowd wants to see it, she's going to make it. Kurt Angle, it's this biased bullshit. Okay, so you're the authority but reversed? Anyways, Paige, doing a good job. Please keep it up, man. Keep it up. You are actually putting together a show I enjoy watching for the most part. Then we get a match that does not go the way I thought. Holy shit, man. So we get Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy. To be honest, Jeff came out the gate. Randy didn't even have time to breathe in this, man. About halfway through. There's a part halfway through where Jeff Hardy hits the groin leg drop, hits the low drop kick, hits the twist of fate. He goes up to the top of the ropes and he's going to go off. Randy hits him. At this point in the match, I am honestly thinking that Randy Orton's just going to take over and it's a wrap from here. Hell No, Jeff Hardy at this point has had a freaking enough, man. Or no, then we see the freaking, sorry, we see the ear spot again. Holy shit, I can't watch it. Where he sticks his hand in his ear and pulls like, oh my god, that's cringe for me. Like, I'm always worried that at one moment he's gonna freaking do it. Jeff's gonna be like, let's just fucking do it, man. I can get it sewed up. Let's do it tonight. I would throw up. Literally, it would just, that is one of the most cringiest spots, most cringiest things I have ever seen in professional wrestling. And I've seen a ton of shit. And we ain't talking about injuries. We're talking about just that and that intent. Even talking about it now, it's gonna be upset. No, guys. All right, I'm done with it, man. Until you rip it, I know you're gonna rip it. That is so gross, though. Little later in the match, man, Jeff Hardy has just had the absolute nut, man. Freaking boom, blatant freaking low below, gets DQ'd, gets me winning points. Thank you, Josh. Don't mess this up. Give me them points. I don't know about our scoring system, man. I always think I should have more, but my dudes haven't really been wrestling lately. Getting sidetracked. But anyways, back on point. Man, Jeff Hardy was relentless tonight. After he gets DQ'd, he proceeds to slide kick Randy out of the ring, throw Randy over the announcer's table, man. I mean, he is just killing shit. Slams his head into a ring post. Threw him into the crowd, dude. Everything that Orton said he was going to do to Hardy, Hardy literally did tonight, which was fantastic. It was so good to see, even though I love Randy. This is a storyline I want to see. I think these fools could take each other to Brinks. Oh my God, Hell in a Cell. This is setting up for Hell in a Cell. Hold on. Let's think about this now. We could have Randy, Jeff Hardy, Falls Count Anywhere. Oh no. I would enjoy that. I'll be honest with you. I would very much enjoy that. But I just think there might be a stipulation we're not thinking about right now. Because tonight was good. Jeff climbs, the equipment thing they carry the heavy equipment in. The equipment boxes, I guess you'd call them. Climbs up one of the top of those while Randy's propped on the table, out in the crowd. Boom, swanton into Randy through the table. Absolutely loved it. Jeff's a crazy son of a bitch. Said he didn't want to do the swanton no more. Hits himself on Sunday on the freaking apron now. Boom. Hits this tonight. This dude is a wild ass man. Love him though. I'm really excited what these guys are going to do going forward. This is definitely a highlight. Like I said, I just think we're going to make this excuse for SmackDown. They just had more time to write the show after the pay-per-view. 24 hours might be a hard turnaround point for the creative team. But, as I said, man, this show wasn't great. It was just good. And if Raw could have just a decent show we could get through, I would have similar ones like this, man, where I don't yell. I don't want to yell. Not yet, at least. I don't want my neighbors to hate me. They probably already do, but I don't want to yell. Okay? I want to talk about wrestling because I love this. Then we get the Bar talking about tonight. And then we get the Good Brothers coming out and talking about how they are the proclaimed #1 contenders for whoever wins tonight. Okay. If you put Gallows and Anderson in the title hunt, at least in some title story, I can live with it. As you guys know, or if you're new to the channel, I am a huge Gallows and Anderson supporter. I think they're just treated so wrongly by the WWE. I think with contracts coming up, have their contracts came up and they already re-signed, or are they coming up? But either way, man, You know there's something that's going to keep them there rather than sending them back to New Japan, because they do not want those problems, man. Because New Japan's growing, guys. If you guys haven't checked it out, I don't know where the hell you've been. They're growing, and it's good. But with that being said, man, I don't know who I'd want to see. I want to see the Bar. Bar's most intriguing to me right now. They've been out for so long. And they need something. You can't just have them come back and just throw them back into the ocean of wrestlers. Like, you better push them in some type of way. But then tonight, man, we got Naomi versus Peyton Royce with Billie Kay. If you haven't heard the Dave Meltzer comments, I recommend, or if you have, I recommend you go listen to the JD Out NY video from this weekend. I think it was the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar SummerSlam Plans one or something. Great take on it. I fully agree with it. With that being said, the match itself wasn't too bad. Naomi's good. Peyton's good. I like Peyton from NXT. Oh no. Well, I'm proud of Peyton for not showing that what she might have heard and interpreted any way she feels. She interpreted and felt any way she felt from it. I'm glad that didn't affect her tonight in the ring. I actually thought the match looked really good. About halfway through, Billie Kay, of course, hops on the apron. She's going to cause a distraction. Naomi momentarily does get distracted. This gives freaking Peyton Royce the opportunity to grab her. So Naomi's on the outside of the ropes, facing out. And Peyton grabs her pretty much by her neck, her throat, pulls her back, gets her neck on the rope, gives her a spinning head kick. She falls off. Naomi ends up giving Billie Kay a running bulldog to the post. Kind of looks funny to me. In the long run, this actually backfires on her. So she gets up after giving her the bulldog, and so when she lands, she's on the apron, and Billie's face goes into the post. She stands up. Here comes Peyton Royce on top of her game, thinking, thank you, small detail. Love stuff like this. Smashes her head on the post, pulls her back in, hits a beautiful, and I cannot stress this enough, a beautiful fisherman suplex. Oh my God, perfect. Perfect would be so fucking proud. Peyton, excellent. That was beautiful. She gets Naomi with the 1, 2, 3. Thought it was a perfect outcome for this. Okay? Especially now with, the way people are responding to the comments that were made. They're going to give her more of a push. So to be honest with you, I think Dave kind of did his job and got her more time. But with that being said, holy shit, was that fisherman suplex a thing of beauty. The way she cradled it and snapped it. Oh my God. Like, you can do it, but I hate it when guys drag it out. So it's a long-lasting move. Hers was the snap. Bang. Just boom. Oh my God, did it look good. So, well done there, man. Excellent, man. See, I told you guys, man. We get Big E in the back with some trainers, not doing well after last night. He's totally destroyed, pretty much. Xavier and Kofi walk in, ask him how his ribs are, or how are his ribs, or how he likes his. No, ask him about his ribs, and he says he likes them smoked with a side of greens. I'm like, no, man, your actual ribs. He's like, yeah, I'm not okay. Kofi starts to proceed to say it's gonna be okay because they're in Brooklyn. Okay. And they start chanting 5-time champs, 5-time tag champs, 5-time tag champs. Okay. Now, my favorite part of the night. I was thinking about, man, maybe doing a 15-minute to start the show with this, but then I decided against it. So, We finally get Becky walking out the ring, and oh my God, did she look so freaking determined, walking with a purpose. I love this Becky. I love this Becky. No more playing games. I don't blame you for a second for beating Charlotte's ass. Neither do the fans. Becky comes to the ring, and she proceeds to say that she should be champ, standing here champ tonight. That SummerSlam wasn't about Brock, Roman, not even Charlotte. It was about one woman, and that was her. And that she had fought so hard, everybody agrees with, fought so hard for her one-on-one shot with Charlotte. But no, here comes Charlotte, just proceeding to get right in the match. Byron Saxton at this time is really pissing me off. Because he's like, why would you do that? Like, oh, so the belt's so important? No, that's not the way we see it. The way we see it is the belt's so important to you that you need to interject in the match that she had earned. It's complete nonsense. Get out of here with that. She proceeds to proclaim how the fans they pretend like they're with her, but they're not. This is what I was talking about in the intro. This is what made it so good. The whole time she's trying to do this and say how the fans are against her, the fans are literally embracing her. This whole segment, they don't stop embracing her. Even when Charlotte comes down and they're brawling, they are literally embracing Becky. They are popping for Becky. They ain't popping for Charlotte when she's doing anything. They're popping for Becky because they understand. We all know she earned this. And Charlotte stole this moment from her. Okay? A true friend would have said, yo, no, this is her match. I'll take on Carmella. I'll beat her down a little bit for you going into SummerSlam. But nah, you earned this. This is one-on-one. Charlotte didn't do that. She took the other route. She put herself before her friend. Thought this was so well done. Thought the way the crowd just literally gravitated to everything Becky. And I swear she read my text. I think I was like the first person to even put it out there on Twitter. Sorry, not my text, my Twitter. Saying Becky got screwed. But she did. She even said that tonight. I seen your tweets. Becky got screwed. And everybody's just like, we love you pretty much. Love you. Excellent segment, man. Charlotte comes down. They have a brawl. The women's locker room clears to break them up. Paige comes out. It's just building it up. You have me excited. You have me wanting to see more. Could we be finally changing what we say about the women's storylines in SmackDown? It's too early to speak, but we're off to a good start. So then we get Selena Vega and Cien Almas versus Rusev and Lana. Gotta say, we've seen this enough. Aiden plays the key factor in this. Rusev and Lana get the win. Lana pins Vega. Rusev pins Cien. Middle of the ring. Aiden's like, I'm here. I've always got your back. I'm always here for you. Are we going to see the end of Rusev? Happy Rusev Day? Or did the WWE get smart and say, hey, maybe we shouldn't break these guys up? But with that being said, this all could just really be a build-up to Hell in a Cell. We'll have to wait to find out. Personally, I'd like to just see Rusev and Cien go one-on-one at Hell in a Cell. Maybe with Aiden as a special referee. Aiden gets involved in the wrong way and has to end up like having no option but to count Rusev out. Great way to continue the storyline after Hell in a Cell between Rusev and Aiden. We'll have to wait and find out. Then we get AJ Styles interview with Renee. Renee asked him what happened at SummerSlam. For the longest, he doesn't say anything. He's completely silent. Loved it. Thought this was excellently executed. Says SummerSlam didn't end the way he wanted it to end. But he does not regret beating the hell out of Joe. Says if Joe ever mentions his family again, he will rip his heart out. Literally, 2 seconds after he finishes this, Joe attacks him from the back, gets him in a cocaine clutch, grabs the mic, looks, says, "Wendy, I lied last night. And it looks like Daddy won't be home again tonight because he's already 99. My boy's amazing on the mic, man. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. Like, if you hate Joe, I don't even know what to tell you on that one. He's so good. He makes you want to see this. Him and AJ are doing such a good job with this, and to know that it's going to continue at Hell in a Cell, I'm not one of the ones who's disappointed with that. I look forward to it. It's going to be amazing. They're going to destroy each other in that cell. So, once again, excellently booked. Then we get Carmella confronting Paige, asking about her rematch. Paige says she's going to get her SummerSlam rematch, her title rematch next week on Tuesday Night SmackDown. Initially, gotta say, I was annoyed by it. Fuck, we still gotta see her at least one more match. And I know we'll have to see her more in the future, but I don't mean in the title hunt. But it made me think, this is a perfect opportunity. Perfect opportunity to have Becky interfere and cost Charlotte the belt. And then Becky get her match the following Tuesday. Take it back.